the Drew Barrymore show had reached out. The email was like, for the Halloween special, like, Drew will be dressed as Glinda the Good, and she would love Ashley to come dressed as a rainbow and sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And I was like, in a field of poppies. And I was like, wait.
Hey, it's your girl, Emily Curl, and we have a special guest for you today. You know her as Mindy from Emily in Paris. We have Ashley Park here to talk all about her favorite fashion looks from the season. Check it out.
So Ashley, one of the best parts of watching Emily in Paris, obviously, is seeing all the amazing fashion. And Mindy had a season. She had a good season.
She did.
So our team and iHeart, we picked a few of our favorite Mindy looks from Emily in Paris, but then we also picked a few of our favorite Ashley looks just from your Instagram. So we're gonna go through both. Are you ready to dive in?
Yes.
All right, let's start with Mindy. Let's throw up the first one. The iconic outfit, of course, we had to have, which, by the way, my first question is, how do you put this outfit on?
Oh, you get sewn into it and you cannot go pee until you take it off. So those days are fun.
Oh my, how many of these do you have? Is it just the one?
It was just the one. And so this was awesome because this is from the first episode, and when Mindy's still an MC at the nightclub, the drag club, and Patricia Field had this vision. She was like, I don't know what number you're going to be doing. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but like this is like before we started shooting, like a couple months before. She was like, I just have this vision. She's just amazing. She's a genius of like this like half male, half female costume, and she's really close with the blondes in New York, the designers, and they've done like so many different outfits like J-Lo and all these different pop stars and everything, and I've been fans of theirs. And she was like, she asked them to, you know, hand make this, custom make it. And so we had a fitting in New York where we were just getting measurements and stuff, and it was just a very like beginning version of this, and I still didn't really have a clue of what it was going to be like. And then all of a sudden we get to Paris, and it's like the tuxedo, like the shoulders, and there's all this like the diamonds and all of that stuff, which was in the feathers and everything. And I was like, wow. And then the next thing I thought was, how am I going to dance in this, right?
How do you move in a thing like that? Yeah.
Right. And so we have these different heels, and I was like, since I'm like really dancing, like we need to have these like heeled boots. And my my costumes girl, my dresser, Ode, she if you look at the left side, that boot, she the day before we shot this, like hand sewed all of these different like like the beading on it and the diamonds and the jewels and like the feathers onto it, just to make it look like that side. So it just felt like such a group effort. And what was funny is because I think we originally, the song was gonna maybe be like a duet, like a very like ballady duet where you can use both sides. And then we had gotten the rights to Dynamite by BTS. And so I was like, oh my gosh, we have to do that. I'm gonna make it work no matter what. And so that's how that whole costume. And then my hair and makeup girl, Carol, we had like 2 different screen tests with this makeup because she really wanted to honor like what the costume was and make it like half and half. And she had to do a lot of research on how to do drag makeup and stuff. I have such respect for drag queens. Like it is a long process and pretty hard. And so we did that for quite a few days of shooting, because Mindy's in this costume for like a lot of episodes.
Yeah, I was wondering. Okay, so we have a few more to get through. Let's throw up our next one on screen, our next Mindy look. This yellow dress with the strings. Tell me a little bit about this one.
Oh my gosh, this was actually because we have an amazing French costume designer as well, Marilyn, and then also the third person on the team. We just love the fittings, Mindy's like fittings, and then Erica Guzman is also an associate of Patricia's, and so like we would go into these fittings for like hours and just be like, how did this and this, and like could we use this in this scene and everything. And I think like yellow kind of became a color that Mindy kind of was like kind of thematic throughout this season. And I remember, I'm trying to remember now, and I actually think I went on a little trip to Monaco, and I had gone to Marilyn and Patricia and Erica, and I was like, is there anything I can borrow if I have to like go to a dinner or an event in Monaco? Like, is there anything I can borrow from like the stock? And I think this might have been a dress I'm not even sure who it was intended for, but I immediately saw it on the rack, and I was like,
this is me.
For me to wear. And then I ended up not wearing it, but I was like, wait, there's something romantic about this. It really fit with the scene, and it felt very vulnerable, but also like flashy like Mindy would wear. And so we ended up like, I had intended it for Ashley, and then it ended up being in this scene, and we just love putting together, like with the shoes, it either has to be something like so spot on, but I love Mindy's never like in the same category. You know, she has this like wistful, whimsical dress on, and then these like power stilettos with the bars across them, you know? So
I'm glad you brought up the shoe moment, because we're gonna jump ahead a little bit. I want to talk about these yellow boots. And I know you said Mindy was having a yellow moment, but these boots are insane. I need them.
Oh my gosh. I know. I think the whole day, everybody on the crew and the cast, everyone was like, these boots are made for walking, you know? Yeah.
How heavy are they? Are they heavy boots?
They're not actually that heavy. They're Roger Vivier, who I love. I love that brand so much. And again, I think it was just like Mindy's either like, she wears a very like approachable outfit. Like this is just like jean shorts and a cute white top. And then there has to be something that's like boom, you know? But it was really fun to, I remember there was a shot, cause this is in Saint-Tropez, and we were like walking into the hotel with them. And I was like, this is definitely Andy Fleming's one of our directors and producers. And he just like does brilliant shots. And he as soon as he saw the boots, he was like, we're definitely doing like a shoe pan up.
The boots, they need their own moment, truly.
Yeah, I mean, they're just really fun to like fling around because of that stuff, but they did get pretty hot.
We love that. That's one of my favorites of the season too. But now we've got to talk about a little bit about Ashley and your favorite look. So let's start big, okay? And we have to pull up this dress first from the Drew Barrymore show. And the rainbow, I mean, truly breathtaking. Christian Siriano, right?
Yes, it was Christian Siriano. I think it was the first time I got to wear his gown, and I just have always been a fan of him and his artistry. But what's so funny about this is because, this is still our show, our first season came out really in the depths of like pandemic and quarantine and everything. And so there wasn't really a lot of opportunity for in-person anything. But the Drew Barrymore show had reached out, and Drew is just the best human really ever, and I've just always been such a fan of hers. So I was like, they say don't meet your heroes, but like if your heroes are very more like definitely try to meet her.
You're good.
But I remember getting this email, and I was like, am I hallucinating? And the email was like, for the Halloween special, like Drew will be dressed as Glinda the Good, and she would love Ashley to come dressed as a rainbow and sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And I was like, in a field of poppies. And I was like, wait, because it's such a weird thing to have written out. And I was like, what? And what I love is, I think that something that she really loved from the first season was that scene where Mindy sings Olivia and Rose in the Park. And it's just a cappella, and it's very just pure in her. And so she had this concept. And then as soon as I saw this, and then they sent me a photo of the Christian Siriano gown that they wanted me to wear. And I was like, this is just like so perfect. And I really felt like I was like in a dream doing this number. And it was really, really fun to do.
I mean, I feel like I would never want to take that dress off after.
Oh my gosh, no, and it's honestly like, if you see, it's like completely sheer underneath. It's like, it was the lightest thing ever. Like it was definitely hard, like, to like navigate it, but like I remember just everybody right before I sang, they were just like putting all the tulle everywhere and then like placing it perfectly. And I was like, I feel like I'm on a rainbow cloud. This is awesome. Yeah.
Well, one of the colors from the rainbow is green in our next pick that we have for you. And green is your color. We can talk about this moment at the Critics' Choice Awards. And this was such a big night for you because you made history.
Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, this is a shot for Vogue by my friend Christian. And I just remember, because again, we didn't do a lot in person. And I just had the best team of hair and makeup, Melissa and Clay, and then my stylist, Erin Walsh, who is just like the best. And I love, in the same way that like the fashion on the show with like Patricia and everything, it feels very collaborative and like a conversation. That's the same thing I feel with like Erin. And I remember we didn't get this dress in time for like our fitting, and I just remember seeing a picture of it and be like, oh my god, that would be so epic. Like can I even pull this off? Like, and so and then another dress like fell through, and then we got this one in time, and I was like, is there any way we can make this work with the amount of time that we have? And so just, wearing that I've never worn that color, something so bright, and like it all kind of fell into place. And like it's Versace, and again, I love Versace so much, and Donatella. And so like this felt like, especially because it was a history making moment, very much just like I got to kind of like own myself as like a woman and my body and this color and everything. And it was really cool to be able to present in that. It was the first, my first
I mean, and you looked amazing. And you're right. There's something so like poetic about a woman wearing a loud color, taking up space. Like it's beautiful. Right. Such a big moment.
And just like, it's very what's so cool is it's so like edgy, and like what you can't see the bottom is like the legs are showing, but there's this train and this cool shape. And I was just like, it's a perfect marriage of like a classic look with just like really edgy and contemporary as well.
Okay, let's go to our next one. I want to get through a few more. I want to talk about this moment at Lily Collins' wedding, which, by the way, which was so beautiful. These photos looked amazing, and I loved the dress here, both of your dresses. Tell me a little bit about this experience.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that was so lovely. So Lily, I mean, kudos to her. She was planning a wedding while we were shooting season 2. You know, this is about a month after we wrapped in Colorado, and what was so fun is it was a small wedding, but because we were in these mountains and stuff, and her and Charlie love nature so much, I remember she made this like Pinterest board and sent it to everybody, like this mood board, and I believe it was like mountain chic kind of, and you know, her dress was gorgeous, as Ralph Lauren custom made for her, and it was a fun process to get to see her on that journey with that dress. And so I think that again, I like talked to my stylist, and I believe this is a Zimmerman dress, and if you look closely, there's just all sorts of cool designs on it, and it's really, and I was like, again, yellow, I was gravitating towards that color. It was bright and so fun to be in. So
oh my god, an ode to Mindy and Emily. Oh my god, so cute.
Yeah.
The yellow. Okay, 2 more for you, Ashley. Let's go to our next one. We had to have this moment because all blinged out. First off, you look amazing. Where are you going in this? You look amazing.
So this dress was Huishan Zhang, and I remember also we were like, let's do like a choker moment, and it's a very kind of Mindy thing too, because we wanted something very Parisian and slick, and with a nice shape, but very classic, but with an edge as well. So I guess that's kind of my thing, you know, like it's just like a diamond pearl choker, but it's definitely like got some oomph to it.
Okay, last one for you. We had to pull this when we saw from your Instagram, how it started, how it's going. How do you think Mindy and maybe your style has evolved over the past 2 seasons?
I don't know. I think that we really found the language for the characters and their fashion, so much so when we could go into a fitting and be like, that's so Mindy, or that's so Emily, you know? I think that Mindy, I just love, she's very bold and sexy, but I think what it is, and I feel like my fashion has evolved in this way too, is like she feels very confident and comfortable in what she's, whether it's an Oscar de la Renta beautiful gown like that, or just an off the shoulder and jeans kind of situation. And I think that's something, because I think that when you're comfortable, and I don't mean just like in sweats, just like you feel like yourself in the outfit. And I think that's the thing about Mindy is like whenever she's wearing something, whether it be like a hand painted suit or just a dress, you know, you're just like, oh, she feels like herself in that. And I think that I think my fashion has evolved in that way too, where I kind of let the clothes and fashion speak to me. And we, like my stylist Erin and I, right away know, like I'll put something on and be like, that's not speaking to us, or put something on and be like, this is it. Yeah, no matter how simple or ornate that it is.
That's an interesting thought. Do you think like some characteristics of Mindy you've like adopted into yourself as Ashley? Like, do you think she's influenced you in that way?
Totally. I mean, I think that I think there are definitely elements that we share, you know, which is the stuff that I gravitated towards in the character right away anyways. But I do think that this like boldness and brightness and just that confidence has definitely bled into how I approach fashion and such too. I think that she's really good at making a statement without being like, everybody look at me, you know? And just, again, just having that, it feels effortless, but, and also fun. I think she's really helped me explore that part of fashion and myself as well. And I love that.
I love that. Well, she's inspired us too. Ashley, again, thank you so much for being here, for going through your looks. And I know I cannot wait to see all of the looks that Mindy has planned for us in the next seasons coming up.
I know, me too. Me too.
Well, Ashley, thank you so much again for being here.
Thank you guys.
Thanks so much for watching our fashion looks with Ashley Park. We want to know what your favorite look was, whether it was Ashley's or Mindy from Emily in Paris. Let us know in the comments down below, and we'll see you next time.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.